What's all this talk I'm always hearing about middle and lower management?
Well, the middle managers assign all the hard work to the lower managers, who pass that work on down to the bottom rungers. And the bottom rungers work just hard enough so they won't get their contracts canceled by the lower managers, who are fine with it as long as they get their bonuses signed off.
It all sounds so pointless and horrible.
It gets results. We're here, aren't we? Hello, and goodbye.
I was surprised to learn that things that are artificial are good.
Can't get that Annie's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it, you do what you gotta. Anyway, need something, Commander? Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots, fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. I agree. But the problem with burning down the system is finding ways out for all the innocent folk trapped inside it. That wasn't the goal anyway. Just helping out where we could. We worked hard, but the protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the protectorate's boot. Guess some of what you said way back when stuck. Oh, that talk about putting people first. Figured that's what I was doing, putting a stop to all the pain I was causing. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. If the protectorate suspects someone of having an independent thought, they subject them to some kind of chemical brainwashing. And these folks who get refreshed, they come out less themselves than before. More agreeable-like. That's if their mind ain't destroyed altogether. I don't know how it affected Zeb, but it's high past time I found out. If it weren't for Zeb, I'd be in the ground. It's a debt I never properly repaid. Plus, I don't relish his last memory of me being a vanishing act. I owe him better. And since finding you, well, a lot feels possible now that didn't before. Eden's hinterlands would be more pleasant if Auntie didn't airdrop them raptidons willy-nilly. Sure makes getting from A to B a pain.
Blame Spacer's choice. They're the ones who first weaponized the livestock in such a manner. Auntie just acquired and rebranded the idea when she came to Tau Ceti.
Right. Poor Auntie. Her hands were tied. I heard you all bred the raps for diet toothpaste and such originally. Only taught them to heal and kill later.
Ain't sure who you all is referring
This
to.
stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward
I prefer for
Operating
the raps
Base.
to stay wild.
North
free.
of here is an old abandoned
They're
chapel.
better off out here than in cages in a
I'd
cargo
be
hold.
charging for
Better for
information.
them, sure. Not so much for us.
Careful, friend. Reckon there might be a few loose raptidons wandering around. Note that Auntie's choice ain't liable for raptidon-based injuries when there's a war on.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472.
Oh, great. A 472. Been a while since I had to dodge bullet spray.
I don't even want to think about the damage those crabbles are gonna do to my machines.
They're crabbles. They ain't gonna do. Let's not waste each other's time.
Scout, report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir. Have a profitable day.
Yes?
Those guards are mighty agitated, and some are wearing gas masks. Yeah, something ain't right here. We should be cautious.
Absolutely! Break our backs getting this lab set up in record time. Meanwhile, half of... Still sleeping outdoors. I want a void damn mattress!
Trouble ahead.
This looks like the place. Lord, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say, you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon Point mission.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine. That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart. That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
I'll answer what I can. If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. Then I met Niles. Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds. The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my operation here. I feel kindly toward them. Animals can sometimes prove more compassionate than their more evolved counterparts. I afford the Crabbles their space, and they afford me mine. Do you always put your hands on other people's things?
Give the order and I'll... Ready to waste them. On your command. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Armed and ready. Commander, you're bleeding.
Take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Back in business.
ultimatum.
Looks like...
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal. Let me know when you needed a stretch.
We're closed.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Obviously, as the result of the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. I don't know. I'm no scientician. I thought everyone, even the corporate invaders, had heard about the grand plan. It is the blueprint that generates reality. And the Order of the Ascendant, whose chapel this used to be, is slavishly devoted to figuring out the universe. They are driven by algorithm.
Just warmed over Order of Scientific Inquiry beliefs, Commander.
Never heard of them. If you really care, I'm certain there's some literature around here you can read. But don't let the Protectorate catch you, lest you'd like your gray matter chemically processed. DeVries. Sorry, I don't know anyone by that name. I have my reasons. I don't know you.
Scripts like this have been popping up all over the place since Horizon. They're harmless. So long as you keep your distance.
Woozy there, Command.
You there. Keep your hands where I can see them. Halt! What's an Auntie's choice monstrosity doing here? Have you come to spy? So confusion and disruption, I'll not have it.
Good, 'cause I ain't bringing it. Though if you're that desperate to test my patience, by all means, keep it up.
Patience. As if you infiltrators possess as much, feverishly raising our lands wherever you go. You are fortunate that I've been ordered not to open fire unless fired upon.
They never listen to sound advice, do they?
Some folk are dead set on going their way, even if it's straight out an airlock.
I will not suffer an outsider to trespass and trample further through our lands. Turn back from this bridge now, lest my ever-depleting prudence be spent. If you are not a loyal Protectorate subject, you will not cross this bridge. Be grateful I do not judge with such haste as my superior to the north, Brigadier Montelli. He's been fervent of late, looking for any Protectorate subjects who have displayed disloyalty in his estimation. Any associations with wrongdoers results in swift execution. That has, unfortunately, put many folk in his sights, myself included. And so we wait for the proverbial axe to fall. You actually believe you can contend with him. You are mistaken. He'll cut you open gleefully, then issue you demerits for bleeding on the floor. And you also have no business at the relay, as far as I can surmise. Ah, so you are sympathetic to the Protectorate cause and wish to rid our people of this scum at our doorstep. Wonderful. I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate. I know of 2 traitors who yet remain on this island. Bring them to me, and I'll dispose of them before the Brigadier questions my loyalty and deems me guilty by association. In return, I shall grant you clearance to cross the bridge. Fair exchange, wouldn't you say?
This is exactly the manner of depravity we mean to free these folk from. I know we gotta cross the bridge, but there must be an alternative. One that don't involve an executioner.
Trial. And their crimes are as clear as the Sovereign's blue skies? We may not ascribe to your laws, but do not assume that I think lightly of taking a life. These traitors have committed grave offenses, ones that would be punished without question. It's not at all the same as the indiscretions the Brigadier damns his people for.
So much for the Protectorate's self-proclaimed unity and order.
Do not mock us. There's a wide gulf between justice and madness, and many interpretations of the law land on the right side. You see the difference, do you not? How very astute. To my point, our forces on the island are dwindling rapidly. Not just from the fighting, but from treachery. Or from seeing treachery where there is none. I am seeking to preserve our forces by punishing the true wrongdoers. After all, it is rather impossible to uphold one's sovereign-given duties if one is deceased. Now, will you accept my offer, or will you finally get out of my sight? I commend you for your eager interest. I think 2 traitors in particular. First is Ida Rutledge, a worker at Spire Grove. I once had utmost respect for her. We were... oh, damn it all, we were friends. When the Grove went silent during the invasion, I assumed she'd fought to the death as any subject would. But reportedly, she's not only failed to die, but is also teaching the enemy soldiers how to use the equipment. Conspiring against us. The second traitor I seek is Charlton Weintraut, of Westport. He is, unfortunately, my cousin, and most assuredly a disgrace to our line. He too failed to die defending his home during the invasion alongside the other residents of Westport. They'll be seen to in time. But Charlton, well, I must deal with him personally. Oh, how I anticipate wiping that smug expression off his face. Are these orders clear?
Time and place, Commander. time and place.
Your humor leaves much to be desired. But so long as you deliver what I seek, I will resist opening fire in retribution. Now go. Remember, once I have both traitors apprehended, you may cross the bridge. But beware if you step out of line. Other subjects may not be so generous with their deal-making as I. Farewell.
Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's choice makes a cream for it.
fucking live! Breathing? Say something!
Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall? Tragically, yes. If you gaze beneath us, you'll find a slew of blood and gore in the gears of this platform's articulating arm. That's Ida. She jumped there as we ascended. I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize. No, wait! Please! You can't just leave us up here to die! The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to... well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our two former cohorts.
Exactly! Because he had no idea how science works and thought the word thrusters meant if you...
Plus, you'll have the advantage of practicing with them on solid ground, rather than up in the blue. Should give better habituation than poor Jackson. What? It's your duty as a subject to...
No, Liza, remember, you're not Protectorate anymore. So, whatever... So, bits, stranger. We'll give you bits if you get us down before we starve. Well, that's calamitous. I suppose we'll be here starving to death if you change your mind.
mean you're leaving?
Shift's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life outside our...
Ready to waste. On your command.
Anyone else hear a medic?
Darn this plastic thing!
How are you still upright over there?
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shift's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life outside our lab? No. No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment! Raring to fight. Ah!
The matriarch working with and through the sovereign devised the
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
if each of us does our part, produces glorious
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Apologies, but I don't believe I should be discussing such matters with you without permission. Once you report to the Vigilant, I'd be happy to speak freely. Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
No, I just feel sad for them. It's even in their name. Auntie's choice. Don't take your meaning. They don't have the balanced hand of a sovereign.
Consider finding a human companion if you seek conversation.
The paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself
How empty are the lives of Auntie's subjects that they need to rely on consumers to find meaning?
human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the first.
The matriarch and sovereign chose Eden, the perfect ecotope, as our home, and devised the paradigm appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintraut.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest...
Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent...
Say, you are every bit you seem, yes? Thoroughly on the up and up and in no way a hit. It is widely known that
Of course you believe everything on the Aether Wave. I guess it would be stranger if you didn't swallow the propaganda, even if it does take some heavy dramatic license.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my care. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd, a reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Individualists within Auntie's Choice, so don't fret. The system is resilient.
Why, they are certainly inspiring. There's this one character who just laughs at danger, says he hand makes his own. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret, I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Extra added zeal for now, just to offset any...
If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell. Ugh, my uncle's child. That side of the family is obstinate and mean. No, I'd hardly risk life and limb trying to convert her.
We are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative.
That seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Oh, did you have another mission in mind? One especially designed for my unique talents?
The pinnacle of social order. Why? Because
Of course. Toodaloo. Hey there, go-getter.
and the sovereign embodies and executes on it.
Why,
Throughout
hello again.
history.
Any new business to discuss? Involving secret sympathies and sugary spoils?
Depletion of resources and
If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them here on Eden.
Ugh, my uncle's child. That side of the family is obstinate. That seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to... Of course. Toodaloo.
Time for recreation. We well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful.
Hey there,
Food is
go-getter.
nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need.
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must... However, I may offer you a limited selection. Initiating.
Is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors.
Did you hear? They're letting anyone who wants to. I reject imperfect thoughts in all their forms. All thoughts of any kind, whatsoever.
Just to offset any minor disruption.
Try not to think. It'll only make you unhappy.
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous.
Hey there, go-getter.
Zeal in defense against
Why,
seizure,
hello again. Any new business to discuss? Involving secret sympathy? Oh, my assigned profession once was automectalier, but wonder of wonders, I was reassigned. Did you know that could happen? I did not. Vigilant Hogarth tasked me to maintain them. If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order.
Ugh, my uncle's child. That side of the family, that seems neither prudent nor wise. Oh, of course. Toodaloo.
Human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't... benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and pleasure. We have community, purpose, time.
Hey there, go.
Ready to waste them, on your command.
Or stressful, food is nutritious and plentiful.
Not trouble me.
I see you have not brought my cousin to heal. Have you at least seen about Ida? What? How do you know this? Keen as I am to entertain this, am I expected to take traitors and corporatists at their word? Let me see that. Yes. Yes! This does appear to be hers. This is excellent news. I had heard reports of the Harvester being incapacitated and its workers stranded. To think it was our dear Ida's handiwork. Oh, she shall be honored. Should Montelli deign to interrogate me for my associations, I'll be certain to inform him of her patriotism. This displeases me. So I'm thankful. I've been mulling on the information about Ida. Such blessed tidings indeed. But I will not be sated until my cousin is at my mercy. No! And that means his treachery will soon be uncovered. And I am on borrowed time. The deal is off, stranger. Leave here at once. No, wait. There may yet be a way out of this mess. You wish to cross the bridge, then hand over your Auntie's choice comrade. Her death should stay Montelli's hand for the moment.
You're out of your mind. You ain't gonna use me to solve your problem. You're just dragging out the inevitable. Tell her, Commander. See? So how about you take that suggestion and shove it right up your...
Fine. Then I patiently and graciously ask you to leave before I fall into further upset about my time being wasted.
And I'll take care of him, Commander. Look at me. You port slow, Commander. Commander, just say when.
There you are.
Disruptive influences.
Giving chase.
Ammunition depleted. Explain your intentions. Target reacquired. You can't fight contentment.
Hostile ahead. What's the place?
Seeking shelter. Linger.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Back in my
Anyone
else?
killed.
Here, a medic.
Commander, watch your vitals.
Flush them out.
Back in business.
Commercialist. Recommencing hostility. Minimizing
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Each a vital core. None shall target reach. Filling my weapon.
Mix me up. I'd do it for you.
got my back.
What ends to endeavor?
Back in business.
Flush them out.
Insides are leaking outside.
Minimizing exposure.
Armed and ready.
Moving to safety.
Replenishing my firearms.
Invasive. Aborting search. Appreciate if you cleared out. Don't like the sound of that at all. Remain vigilant.
Looks like a fight.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Place out is one way to get through. Probably my most preferred.
Prisoner 34989.
Got eyes on some no good.
There is no place for you in the paradigm. You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion and opposing the lawful authority to protect us.
No! Wait, I beg of you! I was just afraid of Martelli! He's taken leave of his mental faculties! His way is no longer that of the sovereign!
Figured this ship would have departed by now.
You know how Sentinels are. They take their time.
A lot of protectorate strung up there. Dead or dying slow. What in the void's going on here?
Never more content. Never. More content.
Rough customers have been.
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections.
Void is that? Back to my post. Perfect society demands perfect.
Back again. Thought we were done for now.
Gloria, Arcadia, never to be outshone. Our colony, Arcadia, our home.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Trust
issues, Commander.
Sovereign provides. The system abides.
Let me handle this.
Individual actions shall be avenged!
Looking a little woozy there, Commander. I wasn't asked for help, but help?
They envy our prosperity.
Back in business.
The idea is to kill them before you
Ammunition
die.
depleted.
Taking cover. Help me end this fight on my...
Appreciate you agreeing to help, but the arms itch.
Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
You again. I heard fighting. What's going on?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. I gather you haven't noticed the bodies in the pen here.
Oh. The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Montelli, damn him! He executed March and Pharaoh outright, ranting about traitors. Then the Consul Sentinel arrived to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the consul wants someone brought back to him. A lot. Thanks. Can't take all the credit, though. The Sentinel seemed spent. Quick, though, before I forget or we're interrupted, I memorized the cipher. It's 02519W. Kind of you to offer, but I'm not going anywhere.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that.
That might just be the most ruthless bait and switch I ever heard. Your friends ought to be proud.
Thanks. Funny what ideas come into your head after losing a molar. I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect, I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would kick in if there was any real ignition.
What do you propose, then?
Not blowing yourself up, for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere, and our cause can continue in the shadows. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me. We don't have much time.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander? Yes, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but you can trust that ship will blow the moment it hits orbit.
Excellent work. I see why Zebulon liked having you around. I'd say I won't forget how you've helped me, but, well, you know. Tell Zeb what happened, won't you? That it was my decision. The bravest thing I ever did was start thinking for myself.
Good luck, Audra.
Likewise. And thank you both, again. Give Zeb my best. Hope he enjoys the light show.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinating ecological network to govern it.
You've returned, but where are the others? Hold a moment. What's that in the sky? A Protectorate transport? What in the blazes was that? What of my team? That wasn't the vessel sent for them, was it? Tell me they were not on board. And you didn't think to dissuade her? Damn it, Niles! Our cause isn't served by more corpses. I wish the success of this venture had not come at such a terrible cost. But at least it was not for nothing. Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you for being true.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changing.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so surly. I'm pleased Niles has found such a supportive friend and ally. That's a rare thing in this colony. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best. Never fear. Next time, I fully intend to involve you in said trouble before it develops into a full-blown predicament.
Reckon I like the sound of that. Until next time, then.